Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs and Turnbull Insurance Service since 1866 present Mohawk Valley Living, exploring the arts, culture, and heritage of our region. Happy Thanksgiving! We're thankful for our sponsors for keeping us on the air and our viewers for tuning in.
Good morning and welcome to Mohawk Valley Living. Today you are probably enjoying your Thanksgiving leftovers. We're going to be serving up some leftovers of our own, some clips from prior shows, so stay tuned.
This week we travel east along Route 20 and take the exit to Cherry Valley, located about 2 to 3 miles south. It is a village that is worth the detour. Just to tour the beautiful architecture is an event in itself. The peacefulness of the community has made it a haven for artists and writers since Willa Cather left the city for Cherry Valley in 1911 to write "Oh Pioneers." The peaceful countryside also attracted the likes of Jack Kerouac, Allen Ginsberg, and many major personalities of the beat scene of the 1950s. The artistic spirit is still alive and well, and can be seen in the work of Cherry Valley Artworks, a nonprofit organization housed in the old limestone foundry building. Artworks began restoring the building in 2009, with the vision of a community art center and gathering place.
I'm standing in the Star Theater at the Foundry here in the heart of Cherry Valley. This building has so much history to it. It was built before the Civil War. It was used to create patches for the military during the war. We think World War I, maybe World War II. Also, baseballs were stitched here. In its heyday, this was the center of town, the heart of town. This is where you came to dances or to movies. Fortunately for all of us, Artworks is now bringing it back to life.
I know life is never easy, I've always had it rough. Good things come those who wait, but it's never been good enough. Since you came into my life, you filled my heart with love. Now you want to live without me, and girl, that'd be tough, 'cause I'll do anything.
Another historic landmark here in town is behind me. It's the Bates Hop House. During the Civil War, in a 4-month period, over 600 Union troops were housed there.
Now you want to live without me, and girl, that'd be tough, 'cause I'll do anything for you. Yes, I'll do anything for you. If you ask me to swim the 7 seas.
In the center of the village is Clow's Bookstore, located in what was once the old Telegraph Building. It's a small shop, but it is packed with books, with no space going to waste.
It was supposedly the first telegraph office was opened up here, and it was used as a school to train women to use the telegraph, and it was associated with Samuel Morse, because he used to come up here and his cousin lived up the block. My father was a poet, and when I finished college and was in the service, I just figured I'd work for myself, so I opened a bookstore.
We just visited the Clow Bookshop here in the middle of town, and I couldn't help but notice this particular book of poems. I think it's pronounced Kaddish, I'm not sure, or Kaddish, by Allen Ginsberg. He goes back to my era, back in the 1960s, 1970s. He was a beatnik. What's significant about all this is that Allen Ginsberg, to get away from the big city of New York, moved up here to Cherry Valley.
Anyone who grew up in Cherry Valley knows Rurie's Food Store. But the owner, Francis Rurie, actually grew up in the store. He learned the grocery business from his father, but tells us many of his customers today think of it as a tourist attraction. So don't be surprised if he starts charging admission.
My father was a manager. This was a chain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, out of Schenectady.
What was it called?
Schaefer. Well, in 37, 38, they wanted to get rid of the little stores. So I sold them to the manager if they could raise a buck. I guess I was born in it. Only time I wasn't here is World War II. I'm older than you think.
Back in Cherry Valley, we visit the Plaid Palette, located in the historic Oliver Judd House on Main Street. Their primary product is tartan and Celtic-related products, even bodhrans, harps, and bagpipe supplies. But you'll also find much more, like the popular new guitar pick jewelry. And believe it or not, they're world famous for their customized wedding cake toppers.
About 20 years ago, we started doing the plaids. We started painting the plaids. And I got certified as a plaid painter, a tartan fellow. And we started Santa Clauses, and they were so popular, particularly at the Scottish Games, that we had a person ask us about a kilted wedding cake topper. Well, we thought long and hard, and about 6 months later, we developed a design for a kilted cake topper. And ever since then, we've been doing just really crazy, wacky stuff, and the funnier, the better sometimes. I'm not talking about the bride with the rolling pin and the plastic stuff. We're talking about resin and sculpted ceramics. It's their statement. It's their love. If they love dolphins, maybe they're in the business. Maybe they're skiing. We've done skiers and surfboarders and, oh my God, skydivers. And we've done just about the gamut of people. But getting off the people, now a big thing is the castles. And we have like something like 27 or 28 different types of castles, and you can put a gray stone finish on it, you can put plaid roofs, you can put turquoise on it. Doesn't matter to us. We think it's great. Is your color choice is what you have on the top of that cake. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. We've not had, the only one we've ever really had return was a mother-in-law who returned a cake topper because she refused to put the groom as an alien on the cake. And we had a good laugh about that one. She really read me out royally that, you know, it was the only thing he wanted to do was the cake topper, and now he screwed it up. And I'm going, oh my God.
There's something in you, just can't explain. Bring the sun that shines down.
We say goodbye to Sue and walk next door to the Cherry Valley Museum. The facade is being completely repainted, and inside everything is being prepared for their summer season that begins on May 26th. This is an impressive little museum that is open 7 days a week starting Memorial Day weekend. Be sure to include a visit sometime this summer to the Cherry Valley Museum located on Main Street. As we continue our stroll up Main Street, we see that the doctor is in, the computer doctor at Otsego Computer Experts. If your computer is sick, call the doctor. We pop into A Rose is a Rose, where the fragrance and colors catch Richard's attention, and a pretty potted plant is heading home to his wife.
There it'll stay, loving you every day.
For lunch, we visit the popular gathering spot, Coyote's Cafe on Main Street. The place is hopping, and owner Amber makes sure that everyone is well fed. We asked some regulars how often they visit, and they told us not too often, sometimes only once a day. Coyote's Cafe is open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week.
When you're here in Cherry Valley, be sure to come to Coyote's Cafe. You will find very friendly people. They sat here during lunch today and they solved all the problems of the world that I could tell. And then if you have the inclination, and you should, be sure to order a piece of homemade cherry pie. After all, it is the Cherry Valley.
Look around, it lets me know I'm home. I'm making this valley my home.
Here's what's hot on the lot. It's Truck Month at Skinner & Demoulas. Check out the great selection of bold new Rams and Ford trucks. Come take one of these exciting new machines out for a test drive. You'll be prepared for anything in your new truck from Skinner & Demoulas in Richfield Springs. You go the extra mile for your small business and should expect the same from your insurance company. For over 140 years, Turnbull Insurance Service has been committed to local small business. For your commercial coverage, turn to the company ready to go that extra mile. Turn to Turnbull. Discover the gems of the region at Gems Along the Mohawk, 70 legacies under one roof. Shop local sports teams, colleges, farms, manufacturers, and Herkimer diamond mines with jewelry from around the world. Or give a gift certificate to a local attraction. In celebration of Gems' 10th anniversary, spend $20.12 and be automatically entered to win a $1,000 holiday shopping spree. Share the area's gems with everyone on your shopping list at Gems Along the Mohawk, Thruway Exit 30 in Herkimer. Experience the magic of Candlelight Evening, a special event at the Farmers Museum. Take part in caroling, enjoy complimentary wassail warmed over open fire, and tour the grounds by horse-drawn wagon. An unforgettable tradition, sure to put your family in the holiday spirit. Saturday, December 8th from 3 to 7 at the Farmers Museum in Cooperstown. Find that perfect piece of jewelry for yourself or someone special at Fall Hill Bead and Gem. Handcrafted jewelry made from gems, minerals, precious and semi-precious stones. Find that perfect piece at Fall Hill Bead and Gem, West Main Street in Little Falls, across from Paca Gardens. Where can you find fair trade, local and organic gifts like Dean's Beans coffee, fresh bulk almonds and cashews, and hand-dipped candles and local pottery? Tom's Natural Foods in Clinton, naturally.
Are you going to be shocked by your heating bills this winter? Hi, I'm Tom from Herkimer Home and Leisure, and we're here to help you lower your heating bill. Come in and check out our brand new showroom with a huge selection of wood, pellet, and gas stoves, including Heat and Glow, Yodel, Hearthstone, Lopi, and Harmon. Turn your old inefficient fireplace into a beautiful centerpiece with a wood, pellet, or gas insert. Herkimer Home and Leisure, 5 miles north of Herkimer on Route 28, Oberly Road.
Hey Julia, how I love your name. I wanna be a woman in your frame.
Tucked away off of the main street, like many of the small manufacturers we visit, is Equessential's fine equestrian apparel. They need the space to work and grow, more than a storefront. Their custom-made equestrian clothing is for a world market. Their storefront is their website.
We started off manufacturing just 3 different styles of breeches for horse riding, and over the years we've had customers that have requested certain changes or additions or a completely different style even. So as we can accommodate that, we do, and since then we have developed 2 other styles that have become quite popular, and we've made modifications to the existing styles as well. Most riders prefer some sort of leather on their pants, depending on the discipline that they're riding, be it a hunter jumper, all the way to someone doing trail riding, reining, endurance riding, any of those disciplines. So depending on their personal preference and the discipline, sort of a combination of both, they'll have anything from just a small knee patch to leather that goes the full length of the pant, from the buttocks all the way to the ankle. It allows stick to the saddle, depending on the type of saddle that they're using, or movement if there's less leather. Riding pants tend to be very fitted, and no one really fully fits into an off-the-rack pant. And if they don't fit properly, you're going to slide in your saddle. The leather isn't going to work properly. You'll chafe at the knee. That's a big problem that a lot of people have with off-the-rack, is the knee doesn't fit properly and they have chafing. And they're just a nicer fit, they're more comfortable, and when you're more comfortable, you're riding better. Right now there's myself and 4 other full-time employees, and then I have another part-time sales rep that does the weekend shows and expos and like that. We're heading into Mexico, and we're also getting a little bit more well-known in Europe and South Africa. It's a family business. I like that I have the freedom to come and go. I'm here a lot. I'm here more than you would think. I love the people that work here. We are a small family. We're hoping to grow. We do grow a little bit every year, and hope to add to our family someday.
Everything here, the leather and the denim, is American made, and what I found to be very interesting is this, that when it comes to the most American of them all, denim, they had a very hard time finding some in the United States, but finally did. It's always interesting to find these places that are shipping all over the world, and they're right here in our backyard.
To learn more about Equessentials or to order your own custom equestrian apparel, visit www.equessentials.net.
There's something in you
just can't explain. Bring the sun that shines down. Bright colors, you stay the same. All the stones we carry.
Every time we travel to Oneonta, we pass this old mill on Chestnut Street. It's called Marketplace Antiques, but in the 1930s it was filled with over 100 dressmakers, shipping out nearly 1,000 dresses every day. Today it is one of Central New York's largest antique stores with over 100 dealers.
This factory was built in 1910, and at that time it was known as the Raymond Overall Company. When I was a kid, overalls were standard issue. We all wore them. In the 1930s, they turned to dressmaking. You can see an actual sample of a dress that was made here. And then during World War II, to help the war effort, they began to do split mica to be used with electronic capacitors. In the mid-1980s, Bob and Rusty Terrell bought this place. It's now called the Marketplace. And you come in here and there are 3 floors containing tens of thousands of antiques. And that's no exaggeration.
It stands among the maples that were planted once with pride. It looks out on the rolling hills, stretch out far and wide. The walls are strong and sturdy, through the years it's held up well. Oh, if that old house could talk, the stories it would tell.
Further along Chestnut Street, we see a little restaurant with a big claim, a sign that says #1 Hero. We love Greek food, so we put them to the test and are greeted warmly by the Gatanas family, who moved from New York City to share their love of Greek cooking.
We are in business from way back, too many years. We had several restaurants down the city, and then we moved up here and we decided to open a Greek restaurant.
What makes good Greek food? What makes something good? What's the secret to good Greek
To do it with love, to have patience, and to love what you do. That's the best of the best. Yes.
I ate here and the food was boli mostimo. Is that close? Which means very, very good in Greek. Trust me, it is. I had my favorite, which is souvlaki. Who would think they'd have that here in Oneonta? And Lance and Sherry had something that was also out of this world. What was it called? Gyros. And how was it? Boli mostivo. Oi, yes. Oi vey, but that's not Greek. Boli mostivo. Yeah, she's so much prettier and says it so much better.
Go Greek at the Phoenix Grill. Customers also tell us you can't beat their all-day breakfast. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 8, and Saturday, 7 to 3. In 1866, James B. Turnbull walked to farms and villages to visit his customers, earning their trust. Today, the 4th generation of Turnbulls continue that dedication, tailoring a life insurance plan to suit your unique needs and priorities. Turn to the company that is out there to earn your trust. Turn to Turnbull. Allie Lynn's Home and Accessories for distinctive gifts. For the tasteful. For the holidays. For American made. Allie Lynn's Home and Accessories, West Park Row in Clinton. Now you can take out hot specials for lunch and dinner at Maria's Pasta Shop, and on Sundays, fried dough, fried meatballs, and fresh-baked rolls. Maria's Pasta Shop, Oneida Street, Utica. Discover the magic of Sharon Springs. Enjoy dining at fabulous restaurants and shopping at the many shops and gallery. Be sure to visit during the annual Victorian Holiday Celebration, Saturday, December 1st in Sharon Springs on Scenic Routes 10 and 20.
Hi, Dr. Tom. Bringing your cat to the Paris Hill Cat Hospital on Sundays is a part of Mohawk Valley living. Come inside and see why.
Paris Hill Cat Hospital, this is Lindsay. How can I help you? Hello, Mrs. Cole. Your cat is losing weight and you need an appointment? And you're only available on weekends. Sure, I have an available appointment with Dr. Karen Sunday at 2 p.m. Does that fit into your schedule? Okay.
We're open 7 days a week because we know that your cat can become ill anytime. The Paris Hill Cat Hospital, quality care for your cats and kittens.
Shop the Little Falls Antique Center and the Shops at 25 West with over 40 local vendors. Visit Wisteria Lane, featuring eco-friendly farmhouse laundry soap. Check out the fashion-forward, recycled vintage clothing at We Wear Vintage. Stock up on the season's jams and jellies at Homespun Memories and explore the ever-changing antiques at the new vendors upstairs. Shop local at the Little Falls Antique Center and the Shops at 25 West at Canal Place in Little Falls. Meelan's Market is your holiday meat headquarters, featuring low-salt, low-fat smoked ham and store-made kielbasa. Try their famous crown roast of pork or prime rib, and be sure to pre-order your fresh seafood and shrimp platters. Meelan's Market at the Four Corners in Clark Mills.
Now that you're gone, I can give up on being with myself. It's time I start thinking about somebody else. Now that you're gone, now that you're gone.
When you're in Oneonta, be sure to visit Neowa Park, with walking trails, a pond, and nearly a dozen ball fields, including historic Damaski Field.
This started as a ballpark in 1905. A gentleman by the name of Frank Monroe was looking for a better place to play because they played at a ballpark about 3 miles from here. So back in the 1800s and early 1900s, they had to hop on their horse or a bicycle to go way out into the suburbs over near Fox Hospital today to play ball. So they wanted something closer. So Mr. Monroe was going through this part of the village, probably to his favorite swimming hole on the Susquehanna, and he said, hey, this looks pretty good. Maybe we could make this into the ballpark. So what he did was approach the man who owned this property, Lewis Rutherford Morris of Morris, New York, and he said, okay, you can play ball here. And they started playing in 1905. They started making improvements in 1906. And it's been a multi-purpose park over the years. They played ball, they played football here, and when soccer was really huge here in the 60s and 70s, they had tournaments in this stadium, so there's a lot of history in this park. Damaski Field is named because of a gentleman by the name of Ernest C. Dutch Damaski. He was an athlete way back when. He was a coach of baseball, and he actually played baseball at this field in the early 1900s. He went on to coach the sport and other sports as well. He coached basketball and football, all kinds of things. But then after World War II, he and his colleague Louis Lascaris were involved with the city recreation department and got all kinds of these great programs going in swimming and tennis and recreation. And he was at it for years and years. I remember him when I was growing up here. And they named the field Damaski Field in 1968 in commemoration of Dutch Damaski.
City in the sky, coming to the promised land. Yes, I'm going where the sun shines, coming to the promised land. It's been a long, long ride, but it's all right. Man, I'm sore and tired. Yes.
We head to South Oneonta and hop over Interstate 88 to Interskate 88, a classic roller skating rink with a beautiful, spacious hardwood maple skating floor. With an arcade, snack bar, indoor playground, disco ball, and music, it's fun entertainment for the whole family.
We've been open since 1981. My dad built it. He was in construction before this, so he felt this would be a good retirement for him. So it's been in the family since 1981, so I've been here full-time since like 1995, so. We range anywhere from, 3 on up to 83, honestly. I mean, we have all ages. During the day, it's mostly smaller kids, though, 5 to 14 or so. But as you can see today, there's a lot of families here, so. We do a lot of birthday parties, a lot of private parties. The colleges rent the place out quite often. We recently have roller derby going on here. We have our own roller derby team. That's really helped business a lot. So, it's good exercise, really, and it's a family-oriented activity. Families can come, and it's cheap entertainment too. So, there's no snow, nobody's doing anything outside. So. We've been really busy, actually, so it's just great for us. So.
There was music in the valley. There was music in the air. There was music all around me.
Since we're south of the city, we decide to visit the Franklin Mountain Hawk Watch. We travel from Route 23 up Swart Hollow Road. The road is a zigzagging switchback that we wouldn't take on an icy day. There is another route, but the roads are relatively dry and we're on an adventure. The Delaware Otsego Audubon Society Sanctuary overlooks Oneonta and is the site of the Franklin Mountain Hawk Watch, one of New York's premier hawk watches in the autumn, primarily for red-tailed hawks and golden eagles.
So today, Sherry and Lance dragged me up this hill. I mean, it's like how many thousands of feet into the air? Way, way up into the air. But let me tell you something. If you head down to this part of the country, come here, because the view is something that I've never seen before of the Susquehanna River Valley. It is absolutely stunning. Then if you come here to the picnic area, and there is a picnic table, if you're lucky, you might be able to spot a bald eagle. So get up here for a picnic, for a hike, or whatever. It is absolutely breathtaking.
The Delaware Otsego Audubon Society has events throughout March. For event information and directions to Franklin Mountain, visit MohawkValleyLiving.com. Here's what's hot on the lot. It's Truck Month at Skinner and Demoulas. Check out the great selection of bold new Rams and Ford trucks. Come take one of these exciting new machines out for a test drive. You'll be prepared for anything in your new truck from Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs. Visit Trenton Teas, specializing in only premium quality teas. The finest varietal and herbal teas available. Nearly 100 different teas and tea accessories and scone mixes. Come in and sample teas of distinction at Trenton Teas in downtown Utica. Oscar's Picture Framing is ready to help you with your personalized gift this holiday season. Restore an antique frame or create a new one for your family portrait or child's artwork. Oscar's, Kellogg Road, New Hartford. Sparkle this season with fashion from the Village Crossing. New sweaters, scarves, boots, and accessories like American-made knit hats and Soulmate socks. Stay warm and sparkle. Shop the Village Crossing in Clinton. Call Yannick Excavating for all your residential and commercial projects. From new construction and land clearing to septic systems, driveways, basements, ponds, and topsoil. Visit YannickExcavating.com. Celebrate the season at North Star Orchards with sweet cider, fresh baked pies, and cider donuts. Add some autumn color with decorative gourds, Indian corn, and corn stalks. Celebrate autumn at North Star Orchards in Westmoreland. Shop Shelter for handmade Adirondack furniture designed by craftsman Jim Kiefer. He works with you to create custom pieces to your specifications, from dining room and coffee tables to bookcases, beds, and bunks. Call or visit Shelter on Main Street in Old Forge. Find that perfect piece of jewelry for yourself or someone special at Fall Hill Bead and Gem. Handcrafted jewelry made from gems, minerals, precious and semi-precious stones. Find that perfect piece at Fall Hill Bead and Gem, West Main Street in Little Falls, across from Paca Gardens. Expecting company? Just call Deansboro Superette. They prepare delicious Middle Eastern platters for any number of guests. Call 841-4377. If you're in a collision, you need precision. Call your insurance company first and then choose Precision Unlimited, providing expert auto body collision repair since 1987 on Route 5 in Clinton.
Honey, honey,